First the good, then the bad. To clarify that, I'm going to be covering first some pretty good news, some lighthearted stuff, and then all the Middle East troubles and all of that. So first story of the day. Over in London, there is a theater that has taken a bit of offense to the loud noises people can have during theaters, which I understand. I fully am in agreement with this. And they've decided to do something about it, namely employing people to wear these dark bodysuits to patrol the theaters, waiting for somebody to start talking loudly, or to, start getting a phone call or something like that, and, well, shushing them. I hope this works out, and I hope this actually spreads, because this seems like an extremely good idea. Really, the people they're employing are just people that are annoyed with all the noise that happens when people are trying to enjoy themselves in front of the screen, and they get to see free movies while shushing people in these ninja suits. So awesome. And staying in Europe, but heading over to Germany, there is a bit of a sight recently. A man was out hiking and saw another man walking around, well, completely nude. Tried to help out the man, and just the guy waved him off, whatever. And the guy that found that the naked person called the cops. Cops went out and found him. Turns out it was a monk who had been out just hiking, accidentally ingested some poisonous berries. Turns out they're a little hallucinogenic, and he started acting erratic and all of that. Police actually still don't know why or at what point he lost his clothes, but he was hospitalized. He is fine and doing better, so good luck. Now switching over to Japan, where another record has been set, not for technology or shows or anything like that we know from Japan, but for the tallest hair. A guy named Kazuhiro Watanabe has this amazing mohawk. He says it's taken 15 years to grow it out. It's 3 feet 8.6 inches tall. Holy crap. Wow. Anyway, in pictures all over the place. Check them out. Awesome. Alright, to try and smooth into the negative a bit, we're going to poke over here to Pembroke Pines near Miami, Florida, wherein over on 9/11 a couple days ago, there was an elementary school that wanted to bring its kids and sing the national anthem to try and help people remember that tragic day. Something I covered a couple days ago. Just please try and do something. They cleared it with the Wal-mart. Wal-mart said, okay. When they got there, however, a different manager than the one they had spoken to said, sorry, this could cause problems. You're going to have to leave. They tried to do it outside. The manager called the cops. Really? You think it's going to cause problems singing the national anthem? If that's going to cause problems, then you have the wrong type of customers. I'm sorry. I know I've had problems with Walmart before, and I have my own little things with them, but this is just absolutely stupid. Someone needs to get rid of that manager. Why would you even do something like this? Next, heading west and south, a Mexican drug cartel leader has been caught by the Mexican military. Finally. Okay, so what's going on here is Jorge Eduardo Castilla Sanchez was captured and held on belief that he is the head of the Gulf Cartel, one of the 3 major drug cartels in Mexico. We really don't know what this is going to lead to. It could lead to more violence between the other 2 cartels. It could lead to the collapse of the Gulf Cartel, or it could just lead to, somebody else taking over. Who knows what's really going to happen? It could lead, as some people are saying, to more violence along the Texas border. Overall, I'm going to actually put out and say this is a good thing, simply because there may be some immediate violence in our future, but overall, I think it's going to reduce the major amount of killings and all of that overall. I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Alright, back to the Middle East, where things are spreading all over. I'm going to link you to a whole bunch of articles down below. I'm going to cover this as fast as I can, because I don't want to take too much of your day, but there's a lot more information out. There's a bunch of chaos. I mean, protests are spreading to Sudan, to Yemen, to Monaco, all over the place. Little bits of information here and there for you. 4 arrests have been made in the Libya killings of the ambassador and all of that over there. Once again, we're not sure if they really are connected, but the Libyans say they are, though no names are being released. Speaking of names being released, Jeremy talked about Vile Rat, a.k.a. Sean Smith, who was one of the people that was killed in the embassy in Libya. Of course, there was the ambassador. Another name has been possibly released, a guy by the name of Glenn Dougherty. Now, this isn't an official thing, it's just a sister of his saying it was him, a retired Navy SEAL working for a private security firm. Another one down, I guess. Speaking of the protesters and the real reason why they're protesting, the movie is being investigated currently by federal agents. Whether this is official or not doesn't really matter, I think, at this point. Turns out the director of the film, who is supposedly Jewish from Israel or whatever, no, turns out he's not at all. He's Coptic Christian from Southern California. Now, this kind of gives a little credence as to why he may have done something like this, especially when it turns out he has been convicted of financial crimes in the past and actually should not have even had connection to a computer for 5 years after that without permission from a parole officer. So, yeah, absolutely crazy. Guy's working under a pseudonym, still denying it was him, but probably is. His middle name is the same as the director's name. So, yeah, crazy. Also, it turns out, by the way, about 10% of Egypt's population is Coptic Christian, so that kind of gives them a bit of a needle there. And I'm going to get a little political, unlike Jeremy did yesterday, simply because I guess I'm a little bit more of a political guy. But starting with international politics, the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt put out a tweet in English saying that they were relieved that no one was hurt at the embassy and, sorry about all this and hope relationships aren't hurt and stuff. And then the U.S. Cairo embassy pointed out, well, thanks, but we read your Arabic tweets too. It turns out in Arabic they were encouraging the protests and defending their prophet and all of that, and they come back and said, which tweet do you mean? We don't know what you're talking about. They probably deleted it by now, but either way, just absolutely stupid. You really think we're not going to read the Arabic? Of course, if you watch our president, you may actually have good reason to believe that, especially when he turns down meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu and puts out a invitation to the Muslim Brotherhood leader to meet with him. So, just really, you're going to turn down one of our top allies to speak with a probable enemy? And campaigning on Letterman and all of that instead of, talking with foreign leaders at this point? Whatever. Hopefully November comes sooner than we think. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Like if you liked it, favorite over there. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Please watch on YouTube. Join the conversation down below. Share us with your friends because that's how we get bigger. And always,